Want to make movies? Hey there, aspiring filmmakers. You're the new Hollywood generation. My name is Orlando Delbert. This is Hollywood Unapologetic. I first wrote about success in filmmaking and life when I was writing Pollyanna's tear-soaked Battlefields of Hollywood, a survival guide against the cynicism and the hypocritical. Today I wanted to speak about filmmaking essentials, Universal Pictures' $5 million safety plan to resume Jurassic World Dominion, and the new Hollywood generation. For you, the new Hollywood generation, this directly applies to you. If you haven't watched Filmmaking Essentials Reopening Hollywood, I'll have a link at the end of this episode for you to check out. Before getting into it, I want to mention the Hollywood Task Force released its proposed procedures, white papers, on reopening Hollywood. If you haven't looked at the proposed health and safety guidelines for motion picture, television, and streaming productions during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers shared, follow the link in the description for the downloadable PDF. As I've just mentioned, the AMPTP just released their proposed guidelines to help productions get rolling again. Keeping this in mind, let's take a look at what London's Pinewood Studios is doing to resume production on Jurassic World Dominion. As of this episode, July 6, 2020 is the day they plan on beginning principal photography. Before this can happen, there are a lot of things that will be in place beforehand. As part of the plan to make it safer for cast and crew to get back to work, thousands of COVID-19 tests will be administered beginning before returning to set and repeatedly during filming. This includes testing cast and crew members flying in from the United States before they hop on a plane. Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and other cast members will have to be quarantined in London for 2 weeks upon arrival. A medical team made up of on-site doctors and nurses are in place, which has helped set up a system of contact tracing, as well as set up zones and staggered scheduling. There will be COVID training for all cast and crew. Anyone showing symptoms will be isolated from everyone else before being sent home. Pinewood has set up 150 hand sanitizer stations and over 1,800 safety signs to let everyone know where the green zones will be for the cast and crew. These same green zones will act as gateways to the production as a way to stop any untested crew members from coming into contact with anyone else as a preventative measure. And every night antiviral fogs will take place. All of these added precautionary measures will cost around $5 million as a way to strengthen the safety protocols in and around Pinewood Studios. You may be asking, as someone new to film production or wanting to break in, how does this affect me? Simple. Even though Jurassic World Dominion is the first major Hollywood tentpole back in production in the United Kingdom since the industry-wide shutdown, it shows us what to expect going back to work on set, as well as what safety measures should be in place to a lesser degree on smaller budgeted independent productions. And I'm pretty sure the studio doesn't have an insurance policy against someone contracting COVID-19, which means everyone must have signed a waiver to keep the producers and studio from being liable if someone becomes infected with the coronavirus. I've spoken about this in the episode Filmmaking Essentials, Reopening Hollywood, Entertainment Production Insurance, and the New Hollywood Generation. I shared the story for several reasons. The first is to offer what safety protocols has been in place by a major studio so we can learn from them. In an effort to keep cast and crew safe as an independent producer, there really should be safety measures like staggered scheduling, contact tracing, and safety zones as part of the safety protocols your production should have in place. And of course, COVID-19 testing and checking for fevers. The second reason is to show what to expect for cast and crew members as they get back to set by responsible producers. I mention responsible because I already know of some smaller productions getting ready to begin shooting again, and they have little, if any, safety protocols in place at all. This is dangerous because as quarantine restrictions have been lightened, we already see spikes throughout the country. As I've spoken about throughout the Reopening Hollywood series of episodes, it is up to you to ask questions about safety measures to keep you, your fellow crew members, and your family safe. Something that the studios can and are in the process of doing is to create a safer work environment to minimize COVID-19 exposure. Yes, these are added and expensive expenditures that need to be in place, but it's all part of a bigger picture. Hollywood is about making money. The studio executives know very well they need to spend the money to make the money. This is something I speak about throughout the series. In the case of Jurassic World Dominion, an additional $5 million added to their budget is a big pill to swallow, but as part of an international blockbuster franchise film, they will easily be made back on opening day at the box office, whenever that may be. The challenge for us independents is to learn from the studios and networks and figure out a way to do the same at a scaled down scale. We can do it. Good luck. As members of the new Hollywood generation, we are all in it together. we're all in close proximity of one another, and under normal circumstances, sometimes our lives are at risk while on the clock. Today the risk is higher, and this new way of working and living may be with us for months or even years to come. Be safe, be smart, take it all one day at a time, and don't forget to be great. I'm going to add a link at the very end of the episode, Filmmaking Essentials Reopening Hollywood. If you haven't checked it out, I think you'll dig it. Are you ready for the challenge?